Okay, this is going to be a quick demo about how to draw the head, and I've included the Stan Prokopenko video on how to draw the head, and he'll walk you through it in a really beautiful, slow way. And all of his anatomy videos are, I've gone through all of them. I paid for his special lessons. I think that they're just fantastic. I think that we're lucky to have him teaching anatomy. Okay, so here's what you want to do to draw a human head. We'll go for, let's see. There's a couple of different ways that a person can start, but I think one of the most effective and easiest ways to start is with a circle that you cut the edges off, put a transverse line through the middle of it. Okay. And now this sort of flattens it. And now here's your sagittal line. I'm picking a line for the center. And at the bottom, we need another like this. Okay, and this same distance we repeat with another. Okay. Now there's, the coronal line, like this on the sphere? So we come down the coronal line, but now we drop down, and that comes forward into our jaw. Here's the sagittal line. So this becomes a very basic head shape. So I'm gonna do that again, okay? So we'll start out with a circle. And you can just put the transverse plane in right away. And this starts determining the perspective of the head that you're drawing. And now we cut the sides off with two circles. So we're sort of taking a circle and we're narrowing it. Okay, from here to there, and here's the sagittal line, straight down the middle. And from there, you can double down. This space here doubles down, okay, to there. Now we mark the coronal, which is at the very middle, going in left to right, and that's where the jaw begins. And you can think about it the way that you're thinking, the way that you're used to thinking about a vessel, okay? Just like all of the structures that we've been drawing so far. So I want to draw one in profile. Now, in profile means in side view. So you've got this, here's a transverse line, okay? And I cut a plane, I cut a circle off of it right here on one side and on the other side. And then this will be the coronal line that I keep on, like that was the coronal line. Here's the coronal line. And I drop it down like that. This distance here doubles downward. Okay? And this is what we're drawing. The ear ends up going here. Okay? And the eye goes just below that line. So what I'd like for you to do is we're not going to draw the features yet. I'd like for you to practice just drawing head shapes for now, and then we'll refine that. But let's add to the head shape the neck shape. So one thing that happens with the neck is that, and we've talked about it already, is that when you have the rib cage sitting like this, the neck comes off in that direction, okay? It's really important. The neck doesn't go, it's not like the rib cage is here and here's the side view. of the rib cage, and the neck is not sitting directly on top of it. Okay, so it's pushed over to the front, and it leaves it sort of hanging. And there's a line like this. Okay, and so what happens is that's the thoracic region, that's the cervical region, that's the lumbar region, and then you go into the pelvic region. And that's the way that our skeleton is shaped, okay? And the dog skeleton too. That's the way we're shaped. So you're looking for the head, the neck, to be pointing forward, okay? Now, the neck is a cylinder, and here's the cylinder, and it has a piece. If you go directly across it, it has these pieces like this that drop down it and connect to the clavicle, which is right here, and they connect in two places. And it goes up that way, it goes this way, okay? And the back of the neck has a large piece like this, okay? And the head sits right there. So there are, now notice the way, look at the way I want to use these cross contour lines. And they help establish the form. All right, so that's the structure of the head and neck.